uncertainty around President Trump's tariffs have caused global markets to become shaky and reverse trade deals between the U.S. and other countries. In school news, prom is coming up next week, and we have all the information about the dance and tickets. All of this and more on the Pegasi News Network. Good morning, I'm Fiona Rodriguez. I hope you all had a fun, relaxing, and enjoyable spring break. Krishna and Tanya are both out today, so I'm filling in for them. Our first news story this morning is President Trump's policy with tariffs, which has caused chaos in the global markets and the American economy. Joining us now with more information are our global national correspondents, Sam and Alex.
Welcome back to the Newsboys who make a lot of noise. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sam, and it's been a wild few weeks of political news.
It
The
is.
Trump administration has continued its effort to impose tariffs on seemingly all of the world, including an island that's inhabited by penguins. And it continues and it continues. The administration continues to rescind these tariffs and then impose them once again. The stock market had its largest crash in years and years and then went back up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the coming weeks, and we'll keep you updated on the tariffs. You want to talk more?
Yeah, so a bit of a more unusual story. Some suspect there's going to be a legal crisis inbound because the U.S. accidentally deported somebody. Through the Trump administration's campaign to deport El Salvadorian gang members, they accidentally deported Abrego Garcia, a legal resident of the United States, which is, of course, unconstitutional. The El Salvadorian president has made clear that he is not going to be returned. And though a judge in the U.S. agrees that the U.S. government has made a mistake, they are still paying for Abrego Garcia and all the other deported gang members to be kept in a facility in El Salvador. That's just the tip of the iceberg for political news in this time.
And as I said earlier, we'll keep you updated with the tariffs and Garcia's case and any more political news that happens to come our way in the following weeks. And we'll see you next week.
See.
Thank you, guys. Moving on, our final dance of the year for juniors and seniors, prom, is coming up soon. Joining us now with more information on this are our student interest correspondents, Leah and Olivia.
Thanks, Fiona. I'm Leah Lynn.
And I'm Olivia Varney.
Prom is next week, Friday, April 25th, from 7 to 10 p.m.
That's right. This year it'll be at the Thousand Oaks Golf Club, and the theme is City of the Stars, inspired by the movie La La Land.
Tickets are now on sale for $40 at A&B Lunches. The last day to purchase tickets will be Monday, April 21st.
Guest passes can be found in the main office and must be turned into the main office before purchasing guest tickets.
Hope to see you there.
Thank you, Leah and Olivia. But we're at that time of the show again. It's time for the rundown. As always, we will have 1 minute to report as many news stories as possible. 60 seconds on the clock, and go. Donald Trump unveiling a 90-day pause and pulling back from his global trade war after days of market turmoil and warnings of recession. This has happened after large dips in the stock market and U.S. Treasury bonds. But since this pause, the economy is looking to have risen. The federal government says it's freezing more than $2.2 billion in grants and $60 million in contracts to Harvard University, after the institution said it would defy the Trump administration's demands to limit activism on campus. A Las Vegas wedding chapel is celebrating Star Wars Day on May 4th by offering a pair of themed wedding packages inspired by the beloved franchise. The chapel said couples who want to tie the knot in a galaxy far, far away can choose from 2 packages titled Yoda One for Me and Love Star. For the rest of the week and for most of next week, we will continue to have standardized testing. For your test schedule, make sure to check out the city highlights. Mr. Fillenworth is currently up for Teacher of the Year. He can only do this with your support. For him to advance to the next round, we need you to vote tonight by 7 p.m. If he wins, Bill Nye will come to our school and he will get a trip to Hawaii. Do not forget to vote. The link is on his Instagram and the city highlights. Next, let's enter the amazing world of sports in the Sports Report with Sam and Ari Ostro.
Welcome back to the Sports Report with the Ostro Brothers. I'm Ari.
And I'm Sam, and it's been a wild few weeks of sports as we return from spring break. You want to kick us off with some news from the golf world?
Yeah, Rory McIlroy won the Masters tournament in Augusta last Sunday, securing the
Career Grand Slam. It requires a player winning all 4 majors throughout their career. And it was very exciting for him. It was his first time winning the Masters tournament, and he's been trying for 17 years as a pro. And it was his first major win in 11 years.
Yeah. The women's basketball tournament ended with UConn winning their 11th national title all time, and their number 1 player, Paige Beeker, is going number 1 overall in the WNBA draft.
And on the men's side of the college basketball tournament, the Florida Gators beat Houston in the final. It was a very exciting game that came down to the final seconds when Houston had the opportunity to get the bucket to win the game, but they never got the shot off on a weird jump in the air from their star player, and they could not secure the victory, and Florida went on to win. And that's it for now, but we'll see you next week.
Okay, so basically what we're doing right now is we're like learning a bit of choreography, also some of the musical numbers, and learning how to sing certain parts. When it comes like to lines and stuff, we're still going through the whole script, and soon we're gonna be going off script. So
This play is set in the 1930s, and so we had to do some research for like what the costumes should look like for characters that would be in the 1930s in the play. And also we had to do some research for the different settings because there are some scenes that are happening in New York and some in Nevada, and so obviously outfits would be different from those two places.
So what we do is crew, and we have finishing and construction, and the finishing is mainly just like painting and making like smaller things, like not really including props or adding little details and stuff.
Yeah, it's mainly just painting or doing stuff like they're making clouds back there. It's a lot of just making the set, kind of finishing it up, but the stuff that construction doesn't do is the stuff that we do.
Alright, we're here with Sahalia. Alright, Sahalia, what's your favorite animal and why?
My favorite animal is a tiger because it gets me the organs if I get
We're here with
Hayden Mirrors.
what's your favorite animal and why?
My favorite animal is a lion because I like the Lions football team.
Hi guys, welcome back to the fun segment. Today we will be doing music trivia. We will play 3 seconds of a song and you will get to choose between 4 options on which one you think it is. Let's start. Here's the first song. Which of these 4 options do you think it is? The correct answer was All Star by Smash Mouth. This is the second song. The correct answer was Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. And here's the third song. The correct answer was Livin' on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. Alright, that's all for this fun segment. We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you all for joining us today on the PNN. Make sure to follow us on Instagram for updates, discussions, and community engagement at Pegasi News Network. We will see you all next week at the same time on the same projector. But until then, smile every chance you get.